Hey guys, Sandy here, and today I am back with 2 ride photos from Toy Story Midway Mania. I have pulled out a couple of the sheets of Toy Box by Stephen Duncan. I also pulled out this Close to My Heart pack and some random little pieces that I have. So let's see what I can do. All right, just look at these papers. Now I am doing something a little, some people might think it's naughty. I am using cream-based papers on a white cardstock base, and that might make some people uncomfortable, but I really don't have a problem mixing cream and white. I just don't have a problem with it. I used to think, oh no, I've got cream papers, I can only use white-based papers. But I don't. I don't think that now, and I just do what I want. And that's what makes life fun. Or I should say that's what makes scrapbooking fun, is doing what I want. So these are Cartabella papers, and I don't remember the name of the collection, but it is by Stephen Duncan. And I thought that this kind of like retro shooter paper and this Viewmaster paper was perfect, absolutely perfect for Toy Story Midway Mania. I'm bringing in this floral paper here. This is from Maggie Holmes' Carousel collection, and I just felt like the colors were a good enough match so that it worked. Now, I created this layout probably over a month ago, so yeah. So I have this habit of videotaping or recording. I still have my camcorder with the tape, by the way, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. I have this habit of recording videos and then not doing the voiceover right away, and I kind of forget what I did. Like, I'm pretty sure this layout's already put away. Like, it's put away, it's in its album, it's living in its home, it's all good, and I just don't remember everything that I did. But that's okay. So I cut down that photo right there, did some kind of like messy mats, and then I'm going to tuck in this photo as well. I was best in the vehicle. That made me stupid happy. When I go with my husband, he is always best in the vehicle. So this was pretty awesome that I was able to be best in the vehicle. I'm just going to go ahead and put this little guy down there, and I don't know why I am having such trouble. Something doesn't look straight. Something doesn't look right. And it might be because I have those messy photo mats, but it's all good. So here we go, and I'm using some Close to My Heart stuff now. And I'm going to cover up that gap. So like I said, something wasn't right there. Like, something wasn't right. Something wasn't level. Something wasn't, and I just decided to work with it and go with it and use the sticker to cover it up. Oh, it's Toy Box. The collection is Toy Box, and that's just because I can see it right there. Now, that magical did not come from Toy Box. I'm pretty sure it came from the Mary Poppins one, I want to say. But I got the die cut in a Secret Not Secret Kit Club kit. So there you go. So I knew that I was going to do magical Toy Story somehow with that die cut and then the wood veneer word. So I'm just picking through the embellishments. I'm trying to figure out, what I'm going to use. Did I want to bring in the viewfinder again, since I have the viewfinder paper? Like, just trying to figure out what in the world I want to do. Did I want to bring in that frame to repeat the pattern that I had down on the bottom. Apparently none of those things that were going through my head are things I actually wanted to do. I'm like, do I want to put this up here? Like, what do I want to do with this? There's just so many things that happen. I wanted to do Reach for the Sky because that is something that Woody says in Toy Story. And then I made sure to cut it off in a way where I still could use the airplane later because, as you guys know, I like scrapbooking airplanes. So I just cut that in half. Normally, if that was something on that tag that I really didn't care about, I would literally just tuck it up in there and not worry about it whatsoever. All right, trying to figure out what I'm doing. I've got lots of fun options, and sometimes the lots of fun options, you're just like, And then I thought, oh, magical Toy Story. Look, there's this block that says toy. It kind of goes right against the magical die cut. And I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I am loving that. Now I just got to figure out what the heck I'm doing with the rest of the layout. I tried to bring that game on in a couple times because it is a game. Like, this ride is a game. It's Toy Story Midway Mania. And you basically sit in a little ride and you have this blaster thing that you pull on a string, and you like pop balloons, break plates, throw rings around aliens. It's all kinds of fun stuff. And it is a 3D game. And it's part digital, so it's super fun. If you have not been to Disney World or Disneyland, you got to get yourself down there and you got to try out Toy Story Midway Mania. And if you already have been to Disneyland or Disney World and you've experienced it, let me know. Let me know what your high score is. Let me know if you're the high scorer. Let me know if you're like the low scorer. Like, what do you do at Toy Story Midway Mania? So I putting that in there, looking good. I love how it says Magical Toy Story. I love how toy kind of nestles against that magical die cut. I'm really just enjoying it like a whole lot. And then I thought, do I want to bring in this shooting star? And then I'm like, yeah, I want to bring in the shooting star, but this is where it needs to go, not over top of magical. Bringing in another just little layer of paper just to give it a little bit more. Do I bring in this? No, I move things around. Apparently, I'm having trouble. Okay, there we go. Good job, Sandy. You got the sticker stuck down. Bringing in some more stars. So I'm using a combination of different manufacturers, and that makes my little heart happy. So anytime I can mix patterns, anytime I can mix brands, anytime I can mix manufacturers, anytime I can mix old stuff and new stuff, that just like gives me such joy. Such joy. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be State Goddess. Maybe I should be like mixing something, because that's, nope. Been State Goddess since I first got online many years ago, and I will always be State Goddess. But, Okay, back to the layout. So I'm adding in the stickers, I'm adding in the embellishment, I'm just trying to figure out where I want the things to go, what looks good, what feels good, and it's just a matter of playing. Now, sometimes people are like, how do you cluster? How do you put stuff? How do you make the layers? Like, just play with it. When I first started scrapbooking, I was not a layer person. Like, I had a background sheet and maybe my photos were matted. Like, that was it. Because I had this aversion to bulky pages for some reason. Don't know. I was on a very high horse, did not want bulky pages, did not want anything even, potentially damaging my photo, like heaven forbid. And then slowly but surely, I started adding things. started adding more paper layers. I started adding thread. I started adding this. And then I just got to the point where, I just like to play. And I play until it feels good. And then I stop. And that's what you should do. That's like my biggest piece of advice. If you want to do layers, if you want to have like lots of things going on, then play. And I would not like play with your most favorite special supplies or your most favorite special pictures. Just grab some photos and play. Like, it doesn't have to be like, don't play with your wedding photos, or don't play with like the birth of your child photos, or don't play with your graduation photos. Like the photos that are significant, not that memories are more significant to each other, but those milestone ones, I wouldn't suggest playing. Like things like this, play with it. Taking pictures of high scores at an amusement park, like play with those pictures. Just pull in stuff. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does, you've created something awesome. So play. And that's literally what I did. I just started playing, and I pulled out much more supplies than I'd ever used before on a page, and I just messed around with it. And I still play. I still play. I don't have like a clear idea of how many layers I want to go with, or how much bulk I want a page. I just go until it stops feeling good. And then once it stops feeling good, that's it. And then I'm done. And like this, where I'm playing and putting multiple things down, I know I want something there. I'm just not exactly sure what it is. So I'll just keep trying out things until it feels good. And the cameras felt awkward, but the clouds felt good, because clouds are also in Toy Story, because they're in Andy's room. And that's what I did. So it just kept going. I kept trying out things, until it worked, and the clouds worked for me. So that's my biggest suggestion. Just play. And here I'm just trying to figure out exactly the best position for the clouds. And it's probably going to be over here. Pretty sure I end up over there. I got some stickers. This is also something that is really, really just good to have, and extra stickers. It's easier. It's definitely easier if you want to like build layers and mix patterns and all that kind of stuff. It is definitely easier to do with a stash. So if you are a minimalist scrapbooker, where you have like everything in a 12 by 12 case, you can still do this. But obviously your stash size is much smaller, so you won't be able to, or you just do like everything on one layout and you just keep buying more stash. Anyway, I am just a big fan of having a larger stash to make these kind of decisions. So yeah, so here I go. I just keep on bringing things in, trying them out until it feels good. Like that didn't feel good. It didn't feel good, so it didn't stay on the page. Flipping through, trying to figure out like, what we got going on right here. I'm pulling in things that have similar colors. I'm thinking that could work. And I'm still flipping through. Because like Disney layouts, more is definitely more. I'm a big fan of more on Disney layouts. I mean, in general, I'm a fan of more, but on Disney layouts, I'm like a big fan of more. Sorry, I was watching myself flip through my sticker book. I'm a big fan of these sticker books. So I have the Vicky Bouton and I have the Chamel, and I'm just a big fan of both of them. I really feel like they're just great sticker books. They just are. And that big banner doesn't make it onto the page. There we go. Now we're making progress. There we go. So now I'm feeling good about that. I felt like there was a big gap of space, and now I have filled it in a little bit more. And now I am feeling good. Okay, so I believe that is all I'm going to do to this page. I might add a date, and we're done. Have a good one, guys.